You see, I think there's huge one. Yeah, this is Matsutake, the huge one. See, wow, bigger than my palm. Yeah. Saturday, October 14th, down south of Mount Rainier. Guess what? I finally scored my first Songyi mushroom this year. I ended up with a total of 12 Songyis, along with some coral and central mushrooms thrown into the mix. It looks like this year has bounced back to its normal harvest levels, unlike the somewhat disappointing pickings from last year. If I peek back at my mushroom hunting logs, I pulled in 33 Songyis 3 years ago, and 23 the following year in October. So it seems like it's shaping up to be another fruitful Songyi season if I make another trip or two in October.
That's good news.
Now, I've read a thesis about PNW Matsutake mushroom, and they mentioned about Matsutake fruiting areas in PNW. And thanks to the local PNW community and their stories on Facebook and YouTube, they are sharing more Matsutake spots. With luck, I will uncover a couple of secret Songyi hotspots right here in the Olympic National Forest, which would be quite a game changer. By doing that, I can avoid the 4-hour round trip to Mount Rainier since I'm based in Olympia. If you've got any intel on good Matsutake spot in Olympia National Forest, please do share. I'd greatly appreciate it.
Info assimilated.
Let's rewind to the mushroom hunt from the other day. In stark contrast to the last year, I spotted plenty of Russula breviferous mushrooms in the mix. It felt like déjà vu from 3 years ago when I stumbled upon something that looked like a giant Russula breviferous, a sight so memorable that it stuck with me. Lo and behold, nearby I discovered my very first Matsutake mushroom. In my experience, if you spot Russula breviferous mushrooms, chances are you are close to some Songyis, typically within 100 feet radius.
Interesting.
Here's another oddity. Last year, I was overrun by coral mushrooms, but they were notably absent this year. Even central mushrooms seemed to be taking it not easy compared to last year. This has got me pondering whether these mushroom sightings are linked to a good or bad harvest for Songyi. I guess more research is on the horizon to crack that code.
I'm gonna crack the code.
Keep in mind that these are just observations from my limited experience, so I wouldn't take them as a gospel just yet. Songyis, centrals, and corals hold the title of my favorite mushrooms, but I can't help but admire the multitude of other species I come across during these hikes. It's quite the show.
So beautiful.
A cool find on this trip was these twin Russula breviferous mushrooms, with one of them morphing into the lobster mushroom. This transformation occurs because of a parasitic ascomycete fungus that latches onto the Russula breviferous, ultimately turning it into the lobster mushroom. You see, I think there's huge one. Yeah, this is Matsutake, the huge one. See, wow, bigger than my palm. Yeah. The fruits of my labor on this mushroom expedition includes Songyi, centrals, coral mushrooms, and a race to cap it off. Dinner tonight was a mushroom extravaganza with Songyi rice and Songyi ramen and freshly harvested Songyi mushrooms in a deliciously seasoned sesame sauce. It was a solid day overall.
Yummy, yummy.
One last note. There were a few hitchhikers on some of those songi mushrooms. So be sure to give those raw songi mushrooms a thorough check. One had a 1-inch brown worm, while another was infested with a bunch of tiny white bugs. So, always stay cautious with your raw songi mushrooms. Thanks for watching this video.